Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome back to Abstract Medicine. I hope you're all doing well and that your week is going smoothly. Pluto square Mars right now. So many cards, so many cards. I did see the High Priestess and the Ten of Cups, so we'll see if they turn up again, but who knows. We have the Six of Cups, reminiscing about the past, maybe a soulmate here, or someone from your past, or something, or a past life situation is playing out at this time. I do feel like that's the energy. I feel like a lot of you are needing to let things from your past play out. I'm also getting a message, and I have been getting this message recently for the collective, where some of you may have vocal issues, like a throat chakra issue, and a blockage that you need to release and speak your truth about something. But the message I was receiving from Spirit was people are really showing their true colours at this time. And this is I'm reading the cards intuitively and psychically as well, where this is a time where you can continue doing your thing, but also having your eye on just observing people's motions and ways of doing things, maybe without judgment, maybe without vocalizing it, and maybe that's why there's a throat chakra here blockage. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Let me pull the cards out. Six of Swords. I feel like some of you are moving away slowly forward, moving away from, it's almost giving the idea of astrology, your north node and your south node. So you're moving away from your past and moving into your highest axis point, your North Star, essentially. So I do see that slowly but surely, I do see that you have been leaving, it's like a squirrel hunt. You've been leaving little clues along the line, maybe over the last year, that you're no longer going to be tolerating certain behaviors. You may also be definitely closing out cycles with people as well, and places and things, habits possibly as well. Things from your past where maybe it wasn't fully true in reality. So maybe there's this energy where some of you are really moving forward. I'm also finding it difficult to speak and difficult to focus mentally. So I feel like some of you, and this is not an excuse, I'm tapping into your energy, as you know. This is a collective reading, and I tap into the energies that listen to this video post recording. But I feel the energy where some of you may just not have the mental capacity to be conversing, to be in the environmental space as these people who may be still stuck in the past. I feel like these people around you were circling the drain, and I think you're on to bigger and brighter things. Even if you yourselves are not necessarily sure about the full outcome, you're moving towards stability, you're moving towards maybe a relocation, travel possibly. And I do see that, you know, these energies can be very difficult to navigate emotionally, particularly as well. And maybe you're confused. Again, you're confused mentally. You're confused whether you've made the right decision or not. But you've been leaving little nuts along the way, giving hints to people that, you know, maybe you're not tolerating past behaviors that you used to just grin and bear. I do feel like in your past, the way I'm reading this card, obviously, in your past, your boundaries may have been quite low. And so you would say, oh, I'm not going to do that. And then you would people please and say, oh, okay, fine. She's twisted my arm, or they've twisted my arm, or whatever. But now your boundary is like higher than and taller than you. So your boundary line is pretty high up, you know. And I think that people are going to be, whether they like it or not, they're going to understand that A, you're no longer the person that you used to be, particularly after this major eclipse that we had in Virgo. And B, you may actually not be in a position where you're wanting communication from other people, because the Two of Swords is also, for me as a reader, the blocking card. So you may be blocking people, or you may be giving hints that this has been your behavior with people who may have mistrusted, taking your trust for granted. And I just get the sense for a lot of you collective that you're really focusing on self-care, you're focusing on self-love, and you're focusing on things that make you feel good. Maybe this is about being alone for a while. Maybe this is about drinking from your own emotional cup. And maybe this is about healing your heart space. And after that process of healing, you'll be able to communicate your truth to other people. And I don't want you to think that you have to explain what you're going through. You don't have to necessarily give reasoning or give not even excuses, but reasons as to why you are experiencing certain things. It's not really anyone's business what you're experiencing. I think that what you are experiencing, I feel, in the collective is it's some sort of awakening. You are experiencing some sort of awakening where, you know, for some of you, you may have broken up from someone and you thought that they were your true love, and you thought you were soulmates, and maybe you've had to travel far. Here with the Six of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, this can indicate, you know, well, I've just, by hook or by crook, I will have to. I get to make it out of there. If I've got to walk, I'll do it. There's a quote from Maya Angelou who says something like that, something on those lines, whether, you know, whether you have a car, whether you can walk, whether you can crawl, one way or another, you get out of a situation. For some of you, you may have got yourself out of a very difficult, traumatic situation. And I think this is a realization for you that from your past and how you were raised, possibly, or even from your past life, you were taught and you were made to be you were made to feel or made to believe that you had to be disposable and available for all people. And that's a false reality of what love means. Love is unconditional. And I think that some of you may have been in some sort of cult or something like that, or some sort of programming. I'm feeling that people made you believe distorted perceptions of what love is. And it's this kind of idea has caused major issues in your romantic relationships and also your friends, your platonic relationships with your friends. And I think where there was a lack of reciprocity, now you're going to be getting that balance again. Now we are in Libra season. So Libra is, of course, all about balance, harmony, beauty. It's ruled by Venus. And it's okay, well, this is fair and this is that. You know, everything is fair in love and war. So maybe you're now, after your emotional healing journey, you're then going to be able to be in your mental space with more clarity to see things objectively. And again, we're going back to that message of you're observing people without judgment. You're observing people's behaviors and maybe past patterns. And now, or in the near future, once you've fully healed, because we are always on a healing journey, but once you feel more emboldened, you will definitely be telling vocally to those people what you think of them. I think you're going to be very ferocious. I think you're going to be kind of quite scary for some people because they haven't seen you in this way before. I feel like in your past you may have been quite wishy-washy. You may have been someone who was a people pleaser, but now the new version of you is striking, is passionate, is driven, is determined, has a lot of self-love, self-care rituals in place, very attractive. You've created a sort of aura about you through the alchemical cleansing that you've been doing. Energetically, emotionally, you have been purifying, and it will be showing, and people will feel your aura before you walk into the room. So claim this reading if it resonates for you. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.